The back look at the forecast. Let's bring in weather specialist Nora Rafat. Hey, Nora.
Hey, thanks very much, Nathaniel. Well, really hoping that sunshine in the morning put a smile to many of our viewers' faces, because now it's all gone. We've been seeing rapidly approaching or accumulating cloud cover the past little while. -1 degree just now outside the Toronto airport. Pretty much everyone has been still feeling the effects of that cold front that passed through earlier in the weekend, but slowly starting to get milder in southwestern Ontario, and along with that, winds starting to pick up the past couple of hours, predominantly from the southeast. What's happening? Well, we've got that fast approaching low pressure system that's pretty much already here. It's pushed into the border towards Michigan in Windsor, and this will be a problem come tomorrow for many, especially in central parts of the province and into the east. That's why we're starting to see the cloud cover move through the GTHA. This system will make its way into the GTHA around 11 o'clock midnight, and the good thing is the bulk of it will move on as you are asleep. But come tomorrow morning, some communities are in for a tough commute to work. I'm looking at North Bay, Bancroft, Kingston, Quinte West, and Ottawa. You guys are going to be seeing some heavy snow, potentially even some rain in the early morning hours once you're heading to work. Not saying it's going to be dry in the GTHA the entire day, though. You can see that system swirling, bringing back some of that snow and that rain for the afternoon and evening tomorrow. So do be mindful that if you do see a dry break, it won't last very long. -1 degree overnight tonight, already starting to see those winds shifting in Toronto, and by tomorrow your temperatures at +6 degrees, but a lot of strong winds gusting up to 60 kilometers per hour. Nate?
Thanks, Nora. Toronto police officers. Time now for a look at weather, and earlier we had a brief, just a hint of double-digit temperatures. Are those coming back soon, Nora?
Yeah, $1 million question, Nate. I think everyone was itching to see those temperatures return, myself included. Right now, we're looking ahead to April, when we could see the return of those double digits. The next 7 days, though, single digits in store for many. Let's take a look. Well, at least tomorrow brings some relief from the frigid temperatures. Finally, they'll start to climb above the freezing mark as early as 5 a.m. 6 degrees for that high, but a lot of strong winds, and along with that, some messy weather later on in the afternoon and evening. Those winds gusting up to 60 kilometers per hour. We've been seeing a lot of cold air in central Canada the past little while. It's starting to move up to the north as milder conditions move in, but Atlantic Canada still feeling the effects of that cold front that passed through earlier in the week, and they will start to warm up later on come next week. Quite the opposite unfolding over here. We're seeing 12 degrees in Calgary come tomorrow, southern sections of Alberta, parts of southern Saskatchewan as well. By Wednesday, 12 degrees turns to 20 degrees, potentially with a chance to see some sunshine. So it's funny how some communities have skipped right to summer with these conditions. Yeah, not us, but we have to wait a little while longer. Looking ahead to maybe the first week of April, where the Toronto region could see those double digits return. Along with that, we need to wait for this messy weather to roll out, and it's going to take its time before this system clears out. As I mentioned, moving into the GTHA around 11 o'clock midnight, drying up into tomorrow morning, but heavy snow towards Sudbury, Ottawa in the early morning hours. That system swirls, and we continue to see that messy weather come through into your Tuesday and maybe even into your Wednesday as well, although there will be some sunny breaks potentially in between. So it won't be dry all the time, and it won't be snowing all the time either, but we are expecting a little bit of accumulation. Yesterday we were looking at 0 centimeters in Toronto. Our models have changed, but barely anything to worry about in this region. Up to the north, well, that's where you're seeing the accumulations near the 20 centimeter range or so, and around also communities just to the south of Georgian Bay. So expecting that accumulation through the overnight tomorrow and mostly through the morning hours of tomorrow as well. 4 degrees in Windsor, 3 in London, 7 in Fort Erie. Already starting to see those temperatures climb around Lake Ontario as well. 7 in Belleville, 6 in Oshawa, 4 for our viewers in Milton. Your next 7 days cooling down below average Tuesday into Wednesday. The sun returns with some warmer weather on Thursday. Sunday brings maybe a chance to see those double digits return, but unfortunately it's going to be along with some messy weather. Freezing rain could be in store for your Saturday. Sunday, some showers.
The forecast. Let's bring in weather specialist Nora Rafat. Hey, Nora.
Hey, thanks very much, Nathaniel. Well, conditions have been slowly starting to be on the decline in the Toronto region. It may still seem quiet for some, and it is dry outside the Toronto airport, but depending on where you're situated in the GTHA, you could already start to see some of that messy weather roll in. Temperature-wise, though, a lot of southern Ontario, eastern Ontario are still feeling the effect of that cold front that rolled through earlier in the week, but in southwestern Ontario, temperatures slightly on the climb today, and along with that, winds really starting to pick up. We've been witnessing a serious system crashing through the province the past little while. Rain mixed with snow, and heavy snow at that. And this is a big system that's got some legs. It's quite active in parts of the south of the United States, parts of the Midwest as well. In fact, a lot of severe thunderstorm watches in place for several states. Ontario has got weather alerts of its own, and closer to home here, we're looking at these weather advisories or weather statements by Environment Canada. 10 to 15 centimeters of snow overnight tonight as the system moves through, and then we are expecting lake effect snow come Tuesday and into Wednesday as the system lingers around, or the effects of that system linger around. So here it is moving through anytime now in the GTHA. It'll be dry for your morning commute tomorrow, but it will be a tough commute for Sudbury, North Bay, into Tweed, Kingston, even into Ottawa. It won't be dry by the afternoon, though. You can expect some rain potentially in Toronto, maybe even some wet snow. And again, this is something that won't end by tomorrow. We'll see it extend into your Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Windy conditions overnight tonight, already starting to see those winds shift direction as well. By tomorrow, temperatures on the climb, yes, but unfortunately with these strong winds gusting up to 60 kilometers per hour, your high may feel closer to +1 degrees. Nate?
Thanks, Noor. Toronto police officer. Turning to weather now with Noor Afat. Noor, I have a serious question. I was wearing a T-shirt like a few days ago. What happened?
Well, it sounds like a you problem, first of all.
Okay.
But we won't be in T-shirts or shorts or sandals. No toes, please, anytime soon. We are looking at single digits for much of central and eastern Canada through the next 7 days. When will the double digits return? Let's take a look. Well, unfortunately, the double digits won't make a return tomorrow in Toronto, but you will see climbing temperatures certainly a lot milder than what you saw today, a high of 6 degrees. But there's a catch. With the strong winds gusting up to 60 kilometers per hour for some areas like Niagara Falls, 70 kilometers per hour, 6 degrees will feel closer to +1, maybe even 0. So certainly bundle up and make sure you're prepared for some of that messy weather that could last into the late afternoon, if not the early evening in Toronto. A lot of talk about temperatures in the last little while. There was a lot of cold air in central Canada. It's been moving to the north, milder air making its way around the Great Lakes. Atlantic Canada still suffering from that cold front. Eventually they will start to warm up, but if we're talking real warm-ups, how about the prairies with these temperatures? 12 degrees in Calgary come Wednesday could turn into 20 degrees, and for some, a chance to see some sunny breaks. So really interesting to see how some communities have skipped from spring right to summer. Yeah, not right here, not for now, but we're looking maybe towards the first week of April where we could see those double digits return, but we have to get through some messy weather as well first. And that messy weather has been crashing through the province, moving into the GTHA right around now. Expecting it to be dry come tomorrow morning in the GTHA, but you can see the system progresses, or continues rather, with that messy weather into the afternoon and evening. And it's going to be heavy snow in Wyerton, Waterloo, Barrie, Peterborough, Muskoka. Really a mix of rain and wet snow potentially around Toronto and Hamilton. By Tuesday, you can already see that lake effect machine kicking right back into action, and that takes us into Wednesday as well with these lake effect bands that will make for gradual increases or accumulations in that snow over the course of the next 3 days. So you can see the heaviest snow, though, around certain parts of southern parts of Georgian Bay tonight. close to 8 centimeters or so around Owen Sound. And as that lake effect continues, well, you'll see that gradual accumulation also towards Sudbury, really areas around Georgian Bay, Lake Huron, also into Lake Superior as well. Expect changing temperatures as well as we get into the next 48 hours with those strong winds from the southwest. And tomorrow, warming up in Oshawa, Niagara Falls, 7 degrees, 2 in Stratford and 2 in Wyerton, up to 4 degrees on Tuesday, 3 on Wednesday, 8 on Thursday with the return of some sunshine, although very brief. Your Saturday and Sunday, messy conditions, but some warmer weather on the way for the latter half of the weekend. And not saying that there won't be a chance to see some double digits on those days, but holding out hope still for the first week of April.